All right.
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Another episode of After the Huddle. Uh, Jacob, Jared here,
What's up?
obviously. Um, Today we're gonna talk about this contract that Jalen Hurts got. Uh,
Austin got
that's
the bag.
yeah. He what was it 255, 255 million.
Yeah, 255. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was what? Wasn't it an extension or something, or did he just get an outright contract?
I mean, it's an extension, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, like we talked about this. I mean, in a couple of years, they ain't gonna be able to pay everybody like they want to pay everybody. Right? We talked about it. We're like they're not gonna be able to keep AJ Brown and Devontae Smith together. They still have to pay. They still got to pay Goddard on top of that. Um, the defense. They're about to probably lose all the running backs they have in the next few years. As if they don't take Bijan Robinson at 10.
Yeah, I think they might not take him at 10. Don't they have another pick in the first round though?
Don't they have 30? Technically, because there was
That's well, 31, wouldn't it be?
well 30. Wouldn't it be 31 for what did Kansas City get 31? Because there's no 32 this year.
Kansas City won it. Oh yeah, that's right. Well then, yeah, 30.
So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've heard Dallas try and jump up, try to get Bijan Robinson that around that area.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I just don't know if they're gonna take a running back that high in the first round.
I don't think so either. Maybe if we were like 10, 15 years later, I mean earlier, yeah, that's a possibility.
Well, uh, I guess my first question about this contract is do you feel like he deserves it?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I think he does. Because they had Carson Wentz for the longest time. That we all saw that fizzle out within a year, not even a year, because he got hurt midway through his rookie year, some shit like that,
Sophomore year. Was it
sophomore
sophomore?
year.
It was either his second or his third year.
Okay, and then yeah, after that, they was in quarterback limbo for a while, and then, well, actually no, because after Wentz got hurt, that's when they drafted Jalen in the second, and it's been all uphill since then. Once you think about it, they lost in the playoffs 2 years ago, and they made it a Super Bowl this year. So I don't think Jalen's in his prime just yet. Straight.
Oh yeah, I was looking at something. We were
That's like,
talking.
that
So
was like me with the airplane. But yeah,
yeah, it's not so much that I don't feel like he doesn't deserve it. It's not that. For me, it's the exorbitant amount of money that we give to these quarterbacks who haven't won anything.
but I mean, you also got to look at his. I mean, he doesn't have an outstanding record right now. Playoffs 2 years ago, Super Bowl appearance this year. MVP. He didn't win MVP this year, did he?
No.
Well, MVP candidate. So I mean, I think he's got a decent record to at least have that type of production to get that contract he just got.
No, it's not that you I know that what they're doing, they're paying for the potential. And I understand that and I get it. It's just it baffles me the amount of money. I mean, he hasn't won a championship. Granted, he got there. You gotta give him credit for that. But he hasn't won a championship and he just got paid to be the highest paid player in NFL history.
Speaking of that, Mahomes is now fifth on that list.
Yeah, Mahomes contract is something we've never seen before, really, in the NFL.
And
Like at least in our lifetime.
yeah, and the fact that he is now fifth in history of highest paid quarterback after that contract he just got like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, I can't. But see, like he won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Well, now it's 2. But when he got paid that extension, he had a championship under his belt already.
He went to 2 at that time because he won that.
Exactly. Well, he won this first one, and then he lost the second one when he went up against Tampa Bay.
I think anybody was going to lose that game if they're going up against Tampa Bay. To be real with
No,
you,
their offensive line was just hurt. Like they had.
no. I'm talking about when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. I'm saying whoever faced Tampa Bay that year, I think was going to lose it as it is. Maybe not.
Still, the Bills could have probably put up a better fight. But,
yeah,
that's how the cookie crumbles. You know,
that's how the cookie crumbles.
But no, I mean, it's crazy because like Josh Allen, you know, like he got paid, and now Jalen Hurts got paid, Patrick Mahomes got paid.
Yep.
What do you think they're gonna give Joe Burrow?
Me and Rob have had this talk before. I think he commands at least 200. The minimum 180.
See, and then another thing is like what these guys don't understand is like when you get paid all this money, like team salary is a big deal. You know, they only have so much money they can split around. The more money you have as one player, is less money they can pay somebody else.
Yeah.
And then that's when you run out of talent on your team, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, we got this good quarterback, but we don't have nobody for him to throw it to." I'm expecting, you know, the Eagles to be contenders for a while. So I get why you pay him. You know, they probably got the next 5 to 7 year window. I think it's another 5 to 7 year window for them to be contenders.
Contenders, yeah. To win it, I think it's 3.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they win 3. I definitely think that Philadelphia wins 1 with Jalen Hurts.
Oh no, I'm saying to win another one is in the 3-year span. Like how you were just talking about how the window closes within the next 5 or 6 years for them to be contenders. I think they can at least get 1 more in 3 years. But if they don't get 1 in 3 years, I don't think they come close.
So you're saying is they got about 3 years to get 1, and if they don't get 1, then it's not going to be a big chance.
Because we talked about this. We talked about this the other day. How Slay will be 34, 35 at that point, and I was telling him, I was like, at that age, nobody's going to want to pay a cornerback $15, $60 million at that age. So, I mean, I honestly see Slay out of the league within the next 3-4 years, unless he's playing at a high level, like Patrick Peterson was, you know, while he's getting up in age.
Yeah. I mean, what you could do what some other guys have done and move from cornerback to safety. You know.
Yeah.
If you can be versatile like that.
Yeah. That'll prolong career. That's how Devin McCourty played for 13 years for us.
Exactly.
Rookie year, he was a corner. After that, he moved to center field, and I think he's good. I think a Hall of Famer. He's definitely going to
almost every star, not even superstar, but every star that was on those Patriots teams are probably going to go in because of the wins that they had.
Oh yeah, the first three rings and the second 3 rings. Yeah.
Like I think there should be like a whole wing in the Hall of Fame dedicated to Bill Belichick.
I mean, once you think about it, he has the defensive game plan within when he was with Shaw to stop I forgot who it was, that game plan they came up against. You know what I'm talking about, I think, though.
I can't think of.
It was one of the Super Bowls y'all went to with Parcells.
With Parcells against which one? There was 2.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know which one it was.
Repeat what you just said. Then I'm sorry.
I'm saying Belichick has a defensive game plan go in the Hall of Fame for one of those Super Bowls because he
Oh, that
you know
was against the Bills.
okay, so yeah.
Yeah, the Bills offense that season was crazy. That was when they were
Really,
going to them 4 Super Bowls like in a row. And the funny thing about that, they lost all 4 of them Super Bowls to NFC East teams.
I bring that up. I bring that up sometimes when they talk about how Buffalo lost them. Like, yeah, they lost all 4 to the NFC East. So it
Yeah.
seems the East is like Buffalo's kryptonite. So let's put it like this: Buffalo goes. I hope one of y'all motherfuckers go to the goddamn Super Bowl.
Nah, we don't have the offensive firepower. If we had more wide receivers, I would say yes. I mean, I gotta say though, it's gonna be interesting to see how they run their offense next year because all these guys are like tiny slot guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. But all right. What was that next thing we were supposed to talk about?
Oh yeah, Trey Lance. Trey Lance possibly being traded. Um, do you think that they can get a first round for him if he's traded?
No, he hasn't. He's barely played.
And he tore an ACL or MCO, whichever one it was.
Yeah, ankle
Yeah,
injury.
yeah, he was out. He was out for the season. So it's like if you're out for the season and you got a devastating injury early on in your career, you don't have a lot of field time to begin with. We don't know what you like. How am I supposed to trade away a first round pick for that? Like y'all took the first round pick. Y'all took that choice. Y'all
Y'all,
chance.
they traded away 3 first.
Exactly. Y'all took that chance. I don't think they're gonna trade him away. The only way they're gonna trade him is if they can get at least a first round pick back. And they can't. He's not worth a first round pick anymore.
Yeah, because they have nothing. No, the teams don't have anything to go off.
Yeah.
I mean, the games that he did play, it was only a certain amount of packages that he played, and then when this year he played, he broke his ankle, and that was the end of that.
Yep.
And that's when it entered Jimmy G. So
And now Jimmy G's with Oakland.
yeah, exactly. And
Back with
then
Josh McDaniels, right where he started.
yep. And then what was I gonna say? And then oh yeah, so I mean, then they have Sam Darnold that is the third as the third string. So I mean, one of them go down, Purdy or Lance go down. They got Darnold.
Do you think they're going to start Purdy for the season?
Honestly, dude, I don't know how I feel about that whole situation. It's
Like it just seems like almost any quarterback could run that offense, though. Like, I mean, are you
that
really
that
watching
was
it?
good.
Well, I was just saying. Excuse me. I was just saying, like it just seems like that offense can be ran by most quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I don't particularly think Jimmy G is a hit. Like if you look at the systems that they're in, like Jimmy G's been successful in, and he's been with Bill Belichick, who is a run first defense heavy team, and then he goes with Kyle Shanahan, who's a zone running defensive heavy team.
on top of that, that offense is fucking loaded.
Yeah, the offense is loaded. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people talk about with Jalen Hurts. But the thing about it with Jalen Hurts was that, he went out and Gardner Minshew came in and he didn't perform so well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was good. That was my next thing. So like, what if Purdy can't start the season? Trey Lance, I don't know what the hell is going on with Trey Lance. So you mean to
Trey
tell me
Lance don't know what's going on with Trey Lance.
that's what I'm saying. So you mean to tell me there's a possibility of Sam Darnold starting under center for the 49ers next
What
this season?
happens if Sam Darnold goes in and just starts balling? You know what I'm saying? Just starts balling out because he's got fucking Christian McCaffrey who can carry a load. He's gonna have was Mitchell, Elijah Mitchell, in the backfield as well with him. So you got a dual running back system. Then you got Deebo Samuel and George Kittle as well. Is Brandon Ayuk still there or is he gone?
No, I think he's still there.
See, look, your whole offense is set. You still got a decent line. Your offensive line is pretty good. Your defensive line
only got better.
Is monstrous. And you have one of the best guys in the league as a pass rusher in Nick Bosa.
Do you think or do you think he's the best?
Huh?
You think he's one of the best or the best?
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's probably he's the best right now.
All right.
If TJ Watt can stay healthy.
I was about to say better question. TJ Watt or Bosa, who would you take?
Bro, I really like TJ Watt. Is
this being biased from Ohio State?
Huh?
Is it biased from Ohio State since you're an Ohio State fan?
Nick Bosa went to Ohio State.
Oh, okay. TJ went to Nebraska.
TJ went to Nebraska. If I'm taking the Ohio State guy, that would be Nick Bosa. But I've always liked TJ Watt, bro. He's so good.
And it shows like now since we're talking about them, like the Watt and Bosa, it seems the younger brothers are the better ones.
That's normally how it happens.
But you can't really can we say TJ Watt is better than JJ Watt right now? Given what JJ Watt did in his career?
No, not right now.
Yeah, see.
No. JJ Watt was spectacular. He was ungodly, especially those first few seasons of his career. Out of this world, bro.
There was a point he had as many touchdowns as 5 NFL franchises midway through the season.
I mean, like, man, he was. There was some years where he was just unstoppable.
I'll never forget.
And then injuries hit him, and he fell out of the league for a long time because he's in and out, you know. And then now he just decides, like, you know, he's with a team that's not going to go anywhere now. They looked good on paper when everybody was going to Arizona, but it just wasn't working out. And then injuries started to occur, you know, and then your head coach is not that great of a head coach to begin with. So you get asked out. And then now you got to end your career not being able to play in the big one.
Yeah. That sucks. I'm going to have to do one of those videos for that. Players and big time stars that have never played in the bowl. JJ Watt would be one.
Yeah, great players that never played in never even played in Super Bowls. Not that they got to Super Bowls and never won a Super Bowl. I mean, never even got the chance to play him. Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, the 2 Lions players right there. That comes right to my mind. You know, Chris Carter never played in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, there have been some amazing players that never played. Was Darrelle Revis with y'all when y'all won a Super Bowl?
He won one with us.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he won the Seattle one. Seattle one, no, he wasn't there for that.
So he got a lucky ring.
Yeah,
he got the goal line interception ring.
Yeah, it was him, Browner, Malcolm Butler on the field at that moment.
Yeah. I wonder what that's like. I wonder what's that like. You know, like being there, just watching that occur, and just knowing, like, bro, that was history. Like, you just won us a Super Bowl.
Son, I'll never.
That's hilarious, bro.
I literally just had.
I don't even know what to feel like. You just be sitting there, like, oh my god.
Like, I just had flashbacks of watching that happen. Oh man, literally, Marshawn Lynch got him to the one. You got to give it to Dante Hightower on that tackle though, because like he don't make that tackle, he scores.
Well, it's not so much. It's not so much about if he makes the tackle or not. But the thing is like Why are you not running the ball?
Now,
Who cares if you got tackled? Run the ball.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll take if you want Russell Wilson to be the MVP so bad, I'll take a QB sneak touchdown. You feel me?
At that point, Russell could have ran it in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll take a QB sneak touchdown. You know what I mean? So, if you want Russell Wilson to be the MVP that bad,
that's what you should have did.
No, they should have. Well, the thing is like they should have handed it to Marshawn. That's the number one. But I'm saying like the whole reason why he tried to throw it is not because he was trying to fake him out. He wanted Russell Wilson to win the MVP because he didn't win it last time when they beat Denver.
I mean, it really wasn't Seattle's offense at that time.
Yeah, I understand that, but the thing is he wanted Russell Wilson to win that MVP.
Oh yeah,
and he couldn't, and he couldn't just give it to Marshawn, let him run the ball, and win a Super Bowl. No. It's got to be this.
I don't know how you feel about Russ, but Russ is fucking strange, dude. He's kind of weird to me.
I mean, I don't feel no way about him. I feel like no matter what Pete Carroll calls right there, he's got to understand that giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch is the most important thing in that moment. He should have known that.
For real. Like, okay, the game's on the line. We're on the 1 yard line. Russ, call this play. Throw it to I can't remember what dude's name.
And the thing is that they still had a timeout. So if you run the ball and you don't get in, you can still call a timeout. And even if you don't get in, there's like you still have enough time. It wasn't that low in time. Like you still had enough time to what's it called? You still had enough time to run it and spike it. And then you get left with a fourth down with like 10 seconds left. And you play that anyway. You can throw the ball like that.
At that point, after Butler made the pick, we still had to run the clock out. We still had to take two, three kneel downs to run the clock out to win the game.
Look, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like they had it. They just overthought it. But what about Allen Robinson traded?
That's gonna be an interesting one.
Where did he go again?
Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Allen Robinson traded to Pittsburgh.
So Pickett is gonna have an NFL young boy.
Oh my God, really?
No, they're gonna have George Pickens. What was dude's name last year that played wide receiver 2 for him? Was it Washington?
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson, and they'll have Allen Robinson now, who I think is going to be the number 2. I think Pickens is number 1.
No, I don't think Allen Robinson is going to take over Deontay Johnson's spot. Not like that. Deontay Johnson didn't have that great of a year last year, but he had some good seasons before that. A couple good seasons before that.
But what I'm saying is, I think they put Robinson on the outside, and they put dude on the slot. Let him work the inside and in the middle and everything. While you got in Allen Robinson.
They'll probably do that often.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point, you still got Freiermuth, who's probably gonna be a decent tight end prime of his career. And then you still got Najee in the backfield. Pittsburgh's got a young team right now outside of Robinson now. So it's gonna be
there's some teams out there that are young. What's it called? Chicago. Chicago's really young. Their offense is crazy young. Who else? I think if you were to take out Kirk Cousins, the Minnesota's offense is pretty young.
Yeah, because you don't have Thielen no more. I mean, I think the only person that'd be up there in age would be Dalvin Cook and um Hawkinson.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
but they're still they're like more in their primes, not like old.
speaking of Dalvin Cook, did you hear about him and possible trade rumors
Yeah, to Buffalo, I heard.
or Miami?
Miami. Why is Miami State trading for another running back? Like, why would you? Why would they do that?
I don't. I
That
don't know.
doesn't make sense.
I think they're just trying to get all that speed, as much speed as they can. But it's not going to matter because I saw an article. Tua contemplated retirement this year.
Yeah, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, no, he
I
didn't do it.
I saw what you're talking about. He didn't do it.
But I feel like if he has another season like he did last year, oh, that's a wrap.
I think if he has one more incident like that, you know what I'm saying? Not so much getting a concussion, but like, I mean, well, getting a concussion, you should probably still think about it. But
Yeah,
like, if he has
yeah,
another incident where he's like, out with
yeah,
it,
yeah. No, I agree 100%. We've been saying this.
that'd be scary, especially after what happened with Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, he just got cleared for football activities too.
Yeah. So
But do you think Hamlin should come back?
if he
After,
wants to, if he gets cleared and he can play, yeah. Sometimes it might have just been a freak accident out of nowhere, and you don't know you don't know how it happened.
yeah, that is true. I think he's gonna come back. I was telling Kelsey about it, and she was like, "Is he gonna play?" I'm like, "Probably so." She's like, "He shouldn't because of that."
Well, the good thing is we're not doctors, so we can't tell this man what he has to do. He should trust the professionals, and if the professionals say that he can do it, do it.
Yeah,
You can't. That's the problem with a lot of people. Some arguments they'd be like, "Oh, well, the professionals say this," and they'll go with that. But in the moment that professionals support what you say, it's, "Oh no, that's not true."
fair enough. That's like the whole thing with the Zion thing, but that's a different story.
uh, he's on that Ben Simmons stuff with the mental health thing, and I feel that. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you're like he's the only person that doesn't know that he's Zion Williamson. Like, you know what I mean? Like he is that guy.
I remember, I remember his debut when he came in that his first game and he was just dropping threes like it was nothing.
But it's the fact it's how big he is with how he moves is unbelievable.
So
It's
came,
insane.
this man came out his shoe in college and got a whole feel out of it.
I'm a Duke fan. I watched his whole career coming in. I used to see him on the overtime clips on Facebook when he was coming up in high school, and I'm glad to see where he is, but he's got to remember who he is, man. He is that dude, and injuries occur even if they're constant. The best thing you can do is just take care of your body and
Yeah,
try your best to get rest. I feel like a lot of people don't underestimate how big rest is, especially as an athlete. You need to be able to sleep, and you need to be able to have your body recover properly.
yeah. But all right, let's get into this draft board.
All right. Well, we had up to
Good.
15.
We're at 16 right now.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
We
so
were up to 15. We did 15. Who's on 16? Do you have the draft board on you?
no, I do not.
Hold on.
I believe I want to say Detroit. Hey, Detroit has two, I think.
All right. 16 is Washington.
But I'll let you take Washington because I know that's your dad's team. You know a little bit more probably.
Yeah. They're probably gonna go in with Sam Howell. They'll probably go in with Sam Howell. What's it called?
Do you think Robinson's could be the number one back?
Yeah, definitely. Well, like I said, they're going in with Sam Howell at quarterback. They got a decent set of skill players with McLaurin, Curtis Samuel. You got Brian Robinson in the backfield. So he's got players around him. I think what they're probably going to do is go offensive line because their offensive line was terrible last year. So that's what I think they'll be looking for mostly is offensive line.
So what do you think? What do you think they're gonna do with Chase Young?
Well, they're gonna rehabilitate him. I mean, he's gonna come back next year strong. He'll start the season.
Yeah.
I think if he can't stay healthy for a full season, I don't know. They might look to ship him, to trade him, because then he's just like an injury waiting to happen every year. But there does lie a problem because he is one of the most explosive DNs in the league. So I think they're going to see how he plays out this year. They didn't play him much last year, especially even towards the end of the year when he was still when he was getting better. He played a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Right.
So I think they're going to let him go through the season, go through off season, get him shape, get right, and come out next season ready to fire off.
Now,
so
go ahead.
Well, I was saying, they could go cornerback. I don't know if they will or not, though. But I honestly think they go offensive line. They have to beef up that offensive line. It's bad.
Now, with the sale of Washington, finally happening with Dan Snyder being finally out of the league.
Yes.
Do you think this puts Rivera's job in question?
Not if he can't deliver next season, I think it's in question. I think he's going to get one more year with the dysfunction and the injuries and the quarterbacks going down, and then it's bad. It's been bad. Their defense has had to try and carry, but then our defensive line gets banged up. And then they can't cover as good because the defensive line isn't as good, and then the offensive line's terrible on the other side, So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to find out how they're going to go next season because they could be really good if Sam Howell's good.
They could. But the enemy's got full control of the offense, I believe, too.
Yeah, and it's a big confidence booster that he beat the Cowboys on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
So it's a big confidence booster to him and the rest of the team. Going in, getting excited for a new guy coming in next season to start the year. Do you know much about the Sam Howell kid?
Not too
Played
much.
At North Carolina.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I didn't really watch his career much. I don't really watch ACC football. ACC football is not that great unless it's Clemson.
Yeah.
So
who do we got at 17?
Excuse me, Pittsburgh. Where do you think they go?
I don't know because we talked about them just not too long ago with Robinson with that trade. Um, they could probably go offensive line, or they take a, a defensive player. That's all I can really say. I don't know too much about it because like we said, tight end Jung, he probably third year now. You got George Pickens. This is his second year, I believe. It'll be Kenny Pickett's second year. It'll be Najee Harris's third year. Um, so I think they focus on building around both of them, basically, like offensive line or the defensive line or defensive back. Because they did sign what's his name? Oh, Patrick Peterson. So they got a corner now. So they could go another corner right here. They could go shit if well was it if Joey Porter Jr.'s there, fuck, might as well snag him.
Um,
But I don't know if I see Joey Porter falling 17.
well, what do you think? What do you think Pittsburgh's biggest flaw is right now, besides quarterback?
Besides quarterback,
Besides quarterback.
yeah. So corner. I
Oh,
think that
corner.
yeah, I think they go corner.
You think they go corner?
I think if one of the top five cornerbacks are there, or if well if they have Fitzpatrick still, so safety's not really a big issue. Um, they can most likely go corner, D line, or linebacker right here. But I'm gonna go cornerback right here.
So what are we thinking? Emmanuel Forbes.
He's got a fast 40, so I mean that's a possibility.
Yeah, yeah, I can see him. Emmanuel Forbes going to Pittsburgh.
Or they get an edge rush. Is the dude from Texas A&M, not A&M, Texas Tech there still? Wilson?
No, he got picked up. At least in our mock, he got picked up.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm a rock with cornerback on this one.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I can see that too. All right. And then at 18, we got Detroit.
who do we have Detroit taking first? I don't remember who we had taken first.
The cornerback, Witherspoon.
Okay. So now I think they beef up the the offensive line, protect Jared Goff more.
Yeah, I can see them going offense. I don't know if they go offensive line though.
What do you think?
You know what?
Now they could take tight end.
That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking tight end.
Remember, the Raiders took Brandon Mayer too.
Yeah,
So
I think they go with. I think they go with the next best tight end.
So they got Kincaid, Luke Musgraves, and I can't remember what the other one was. Dalton Kincaid's from Utah, I think. Yeah, Ohio State, Oregon State, and then Utah. Those are the two tight ends that are coming out. So who do you think? Which one? I think Kincaid is more of a tight end, like a pass catching tight end.
Yeah, well, I think that's what they'll probably go with. They'll want to go with too. Is more of a pass catcher.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they already run the ball well, so they don't need a guy to come in and be like a blocking tight end. I think they need a guy who, like T.J. Hawkinson, like who they had before, like can be a safety valve. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, after Mayer is most likely going to be Kincaid. From what I heard, Musgraves, he only really runs the seam route, and that's really all from what he kind of ran in college, I guess. Other than that, I don't know too much about him.
hey, Blockwell.
I have no idea. I haven't really looked into the tight end group this year. Outside of Mayer, though, at least.
Oh yeah, but he's talk of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So yeah, we'll plug Kincaid here if you want to go tight end.
all right. Well, 19 we got Tampa Bay.
You take Tampa.
Uh, I mean, do you think they go quarterback here? I mean, in our mock draft, I
Top
think
four.
Will Levis is still available.
Oh, so Levis is still there.
I'm pretty sure. Did we have? Did we have him getting taken by somebody?
No, it went Strout, Young,
Richardson.
Richardson at with Indy.
Yeah,
So yeah, so no, Levis is still there.
yeah. So I think Levis goes there.
Okay. Speaking of him, I seen he took a visit to New England recently this week as a top 30 visit.
Who
Will Levis.
to Tampa?
No, New England.
Oh, he went to New England.
Yeah, for a top 30 visit.
I don't know if they'll draft a quarterback first round.
I don't think he will either. I think we're just doing our visits and shit.
I feel you.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think we draft one that high up.
Yeah. So with Tampa Bay, yeah, I think they go Will Levis right there. What do you think?
I'm thinking they take quarterback too because I don't think they want to rock with Baker.
No, they don't want to rock with Baker.
No, I don't think they want to either.
You bring in a first round pick like Will Levis and you give him a challenge. Because that's what you need. You need a distributor who can get the ball to these guys.
Yeah, and we're also forgetting about Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask is there, but I mean,
I just don't. I don't know if they believe in Kyle Trask like that.
as,
If they believed in Kyle Trask like that, they wouldn't have brought in Baker.
yeah, as Tracy, as our boy Tracy would say, we got a walking L with Baker.
Yeah.
That was I died, bro.
So, yeah, I think they go Will Levis at that point.
So we're at 20.
20 is Seattle.
Another two picks.
Yeah.
Who do we have Jalen Carter going to them?
Yeah, we had I had the inside guy.
Yeah, was it Nolan Smith or was it Jalen Carter?
Jalen Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, Jalen Carter going there at 5. So they beef up their defensive line. Okay. I think that here they need to go to linebacker.
Oh yeah.
They need linebacker.
Get as much defense as they can.
Yeah.
At this point, it's best available at the position.
Well, I'm wondering that if it's not so much best available at his position, but what I'm saying is like, or would they look at some guy who could like rush the quarterback as an edge but can drop back in coverage, or are they just looking for like a pass rusher? You know,
Yeah.
because Jalen Carter, because I think they could use an edge. To be honest with you,
I think they do too. Because I was going to say that the quarterback in that division is pretty nasty.
you know who they could take, Will McDonald from Iowa State.
Yeah, 2 Iowa State players coming out, huh?
Yeah,
With Van Ness. It was Van Ness still on the board?
no, he got took.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they go edge. I think they get past. I think they completely revamp that defensive line because they need to. It was not good. It was not good.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they do.
So at 21. 21.
Well, 21 would be Miami, but they forfeited their pick.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
So technically, 21 is the Chargers.
What do you think? What do you think the Chargers are doing this year? Do they get a wide receiver for insurance with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams going down? I don't know how the tight end game is. Offensive line.
Don't they got Hunter Henry?
No, he's with New England.
No, that's New England. Why can't I remember who their tight end is?
Because I can't either. I don't even know what his name is.
Excuse me. I can't remember his name. But I mean, what do the Chargers need?
They need to figure out a way to get back to the playoffs. That's what they really need, and not get embarrassed like they did.
See, I think they could use like an actual linebacker. You know what I mean? Like who could play like middle linebacker?
Like a Bobby Wagner type.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what they need.
Like a Sean Merriweather. Merriman, my bad.
All right, I have all my stuff on my phone, my notes and stuff.
Pretty good.
Okay. They got Deion Henley. Deion Henley. He's actually a converted receiver that turned
Into a linebacker?
Yes. He only had missed only 5 tackles on 97 attempts last season. So I think that's what they go with.
Yeah, because now we're getting to the later round of the draft now, which is best available.
Yeah.
So we're at 22.
Yep. And that is Baltimore.
It's hard to say right now with Lamar up in question.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Who is it again?
Baltimore.
Okay, good. Remember, y'all, it's 420. What's it called? Do you think they go receiver here?
I don't know who is Quentin Johnson still on the board?
No.
What wide receivers are still on the board right now?
Um,
Because I know Zay Flowers is gone, Quentin Johnson's gone, JSN's gone.
Jordan Addison.
He could honestly fit that. He could honestly fit that system. I think he could. It would be interesting. It'd be him, Odell, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I think they could use Jordan Addison. That actually would be a good pick because they could use him as a slot guy.
Yeah, yeah. They whether
And then if you don't make the playoffs, there'd be no excuse. It just isn't working with certain players, and you're gonna have to blow it up.
yep, it's time to rebuild at that point because whether it's Lamar there or not, they got to figure something out.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they go Jordan Addison.
So yeah, wide receiver, that's agreed.
Yeah, I think that's what they should do at least.
Yeah, we've been saying it for the longest time too, because it's like the same thing with New England because they need wide receivers. Baltimore needs wide receivers.
Giants do too.
Chicago.
Yeah. Well, Chicago is pretty stacked right now.
They got DJ Moore now.
They're decent now.
Yeah.
And then they got Chase Claypool.
Oh yeah.
And then they still got Darnell Mooney.
And N'Keal Harry.
And that man can't even say his name with a straight face.
I had to throw it in there.
Damn. But I mean, yeah. I think that's what they do. I think they go wide receiver because if you can't get Lamar help and you don't pay him, that's a bad look.
Yeah.
But if you get him help and it still fails and you don't pay him, then I can understand you not paying him. But you got to get him help. You can't just expect him to do it all on his own, no matter how good he is, no matter how much he's worth.
Yep.
This is the ultimate team game. You know, I say the same thing about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has no help on the outside whatsoever. At least he didn't, especially not last season.
Yeah.
We got third stringer.
You got practice squad.
Yeah, practice squad players. You know? And then that's not to discredit them at that to say that that's bad or anything, but compared to the upper echelon of talent at the wide receiver position, it's a big discrepancy, fam.
Yeah.
So
all right. So who we at now? 20, 24, 25?
We are at 23.
Okay.
Minnesota.
I've heard Hendon Hooker here before. You
heard who?
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker, the quarterback for Tennessee. You know, I heard the Giants were looking at him too. I was like, why?
I think, yeah, I was gonna say both of us in New England, y'all and Minnesota. I've seen something about it too, but I don't trust.
I don't know if they go quarterback just yet. I still think they're counting on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Maybe next year, depending on how they do.
I think Kirk Cousins is getting up there too. He's like what, 35?
I don't know if he's that old. Is he that old?
I think he's up there.
Yeah, he might be. So yeah, he doesn't have. I don't know if they'll go with it this year. Like I said, I think they're going to wait one more season, see how they do. If they do really bad, they'll go quarterback. But this season, you got to go defense. Your defense was terrible.
Yeah, I think. Oh, fuck. What was his name? Flores. I think Brian Flores is now the DC there.
Yeah.
So
I think you get him another corner.
Okay, because you just thought Patrick Peterson. I mean, granted, fact, he was up in age.
Um, the next available corner that would be best at that one would be Cam Smith out of Carolina.
Okay, I've heard some good things about him. I don't know much about him, but I've heard pretty decent.
That's some notes. Um, Gets his hand on passes more frequently than any other cornerback in his class. Um, of his 70 targets over the past 2 seasons, Smith broke up 15 of them and picked off 4 others. So it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Seems like he's more man to man.
Yeah. But you're seeing a lot more of that nowadays.
Yeah,
You
need
know,
those man players with the wide receivers now these years.
yeah, you got to be physical with these guys. These guys are big and physical as well. And if you just let them run by you, they will run by you. You have to get a body on them from the line.
Yeah, I mean look at DK.
Yeah, DK's a big ass dude.
Physical dude, just huge.
You know, so Minnesota goes Cam Smith.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Next would be Jacksonville.
They could probably go offensive line here.
I think they definitely go offensive line here.
Peter Skoronski's still on the board for us.
Is he really? No, I thought he got taken.
I think he is.
No, he won't. He won't be there by the time. If we messed that up, we messed that up. But he won't be there by that time.
Yeah. But okay, so then we got Darnell Wright. You got I can't remember what this dude's name is. I think it's like Antoine something.
How about DeJuan Jones? He's 6'8", 374-pound tackle out of Ohio State.
That's a big dude.
That's a big ass fucking yeah. That's a big ass. People don't 6'8" is huge. Not only do you add from 6'8", but this man's over 370 pounds, bro. That's a big ass dude, Jared. I want you to think about how big 6'8" really is, and then slap 374 pounds on him, bro. What?
I don't think me and you ever played ball with a dude that's taller than 6'4".
I played basketball before with a dude who was like 6'6".
But that's what I'm saying though. Like you still didn't crack 6'7".
No, this dude's 6'8", bro. He better not go to a team. And then where was he? He's going to Jacksonville, so that works because Trevor Lawrence is tall as fuck too.
Yeah,
he couldn't go to like Arizona. There's no way Kyler Murray is seeing over him. There's just no way. Think about it. Kyler Murray is not looking over. No matter how far you step back, you're gonna have to drop back 15 yards. Like 7'8", bro. I mean 6'8" to 5'10".
Bro.
That's almost a whole foot.
Bro. At that point, you can't really do anything. You can't go under them. Can't go around them. Can't go through them.
That's a big dude, bro.
That's a huge.
So I think that's where Jacksonville goes with though.
That'd be a good move.
Next we have the Giants.
Go ahead.
Uh,
I do want to say I have heard y'all looking at Zay Flowers if he starts falling.
yeah. We've been taking some wide receivers out. Um, uh, but I think if we don't get the wide receiver that we want, or if none are really left on the board in the first round like that, um, we uh might go defense, and it probably would be corner.
We got a lot of corners.
Yeah, yeah, it probably would be corner. So because mostly what I've heard has been um wide receiver as well. But if we go corner, the best one available after what we've been looking at would be Tyreek Stevenson out of Miami, the U. Began his college career at Georgia, where he started games in 2020 before coming a shutdown cornerback at Miami for the past 2 seasons.
So we got a lot.
So
We have a lot of corners going, but we don't have any safeties going.
because a lot of teams have good safeties already.
Yeah,
Okay, I think the Giants could go safety. The reason why they could go safety is because they just lost Julian Love. They're going to lose Julian Love. So all we have back there is Xavier McKinney right now. So what we could do is go safety, get a better pick.
like Brian Branch.
He might be gone by then. But for the sake of him still being like on our board, that's who I'm going to go with. And if I'm not mistaken, he played at Alabama too, didn't he?
Branch, yeah.
Yeah. So
Branch,
if we can get him, and on top of that, he's big in run support. You know what I mean? Which is something the Giants love. They love stopping the run. That's what their team is built around, is stopping the run. Even though it's a passing league, weird. Uh, so, but yeah, I think because we still have him on the board, so I'm gonna go with that. That would be an interesting pick. That'd be good because you'll have Xavier McKinney there, who's also a former Alabama guy, and then you'll have like that tandem in the back there. I still think we need wide receivers and corners. We need to transform our outside now. We did good with our inside. Now we got to transform our outsides. So we'll see. We'll see how we do.
yeah. Bless you.
Woo, that pollen boy.
I feel you.
Allergies going crazy.
Right.
Next would be Dallas.
I could see them going running back because they don't have Zeke anymore. They only have Pollard.
In the first round, I don't know if they go running back.
I don't know because after Bijan is Jahmyr Gibbs, and a lot of people are saying Jahmyr Gibbs falls to the second.
I think they could probably be going wide receiver, maybe. If a wide receiver is available.
It's kind of hard to judge Dallas because apparently Jerry Jones just trades up like it's fucking nothing.
Yeah. But I think they could probably go who do they have at safety?
I'm not 100% sure.
I can't think of who they have at safety that actually, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like a shutdown, like a big safety, like a star safety.
You need to try opposite of Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah. They could go corner if one that they like is available as well. I don't know. Dallas is iffy. You know, you never know what they're gonna do.
It's like I was saying. They trade up or down like it's nothing.
I could see him trading down. Um, but if not, maybe they could go uh defensive interior line,
Okay.
like a D lineman that's like inside.
Right.
Who's still on the board for that? Um, sorry, I'm looking. What about Brian Breesy?
Yeah, we'll plug him there. I've heard solid things.
He's out of Clemson. Ooh, got the mosquito man coming around. Do you hear it?
No.
No, it's interesting. Came on the street behind me, right where I'm sitting at. So it's like how you didn't hear it? That's crazy.
It's like this. It's like the situation with the airplane.
Yeah, that's the airplane's all the way in the sky. Don't get me wrong; they make a lot of noise when they pass over.
And but like when it
This thing
flies,
was literally right in the next street over, right by Chad's house.
well, you've been to that house before. You've seen how low the airplane's like. The airport's like 3 miles away. So like
Yeah,
when
it's real close.
so like when they're taking off, it's still relatively if that before it gets in the air.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's already happened before long ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. So who do you think Dallas is going to take? You think Brian Breesy?
Yeah.
All right. All right. 27. We got Buffalo.
I think they're gonna go linebacker here because they got to fill the void of Ed.
Um.
I would say running back, but they got Damian Harris right now. So
To be honest with you, bro, I think they go edge. This Felix Azuma from Kansas State.
mm-hmm.
Um, he's really good. I don't know. Did we have Miles Murphy still on the board?
Is he? Isn't he? I
From
don't know.
Clemson.
Did we? I think. No. I think he's. I think we just got him off the border. Or no, it was that Brian Breesy.
That
It's
was
two.
Brian Breesy.
Got two from Clemson.
Yeah. I can't remember if he's already gone or not. But I think if he's still available, that's who they take. They need pass rushing. But Buffalo needs pass rushing. They
Yeah.
have nobody. They have
Well, they
nobody.
got. But even
What's
still,
that?
they got Von Miller coming back. But even still,
Yeah, but he's got hurt. So you can't guarantee that he's gonna be there the whole season. You know,
right?
because he got hurt last year. You know, and he's up there in age as well. You know, plus you need somebody to pair him with that could really do damage as a pass rusher. So yeah, Miles Murphy then. And then 28 is Cincinnati.
Well, they just solidified their left and right tackle with Collins and Orlando Brown. Uh, I think they're going to work interior offensive line, whether it's guard or center. I think. I
Uh,
think. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go center here.
oh no, there's not many great centers in the draft.
Yeah, I think they need to just protect Joe, get protection for Joe Burrow as much as they can.
They do get this Luke Whippler out of Ohio State. He's a little on the small side, uh, but he redshirted his sophomore year. Um, yeah, either him or you got this Steve Olivia from TCU. He started at both center and guard. Only allowed 11 pressures on 540 pass blocking snaps. So
So yeah, we got a lot of interior linemen going.
I think they go to Steve Olivia, guy from TCU. All right, and then 29 would be the Saints. Got traded to them from the San Francisco.
You mean Denver?
Well, Denver had the pick, and the Saints got it now.
Oh, okay. Um, I've heard the BJ Overlarvy dude.
Yeah,
I've heard I'm him probably going to the Saints.
that's who I also had going there because he's still on the board, and that's what the Saints need. So
They just lost almost their entire defensive line.
yeah, they don't have nobody really left. So I'd be surprised if they go anything else.
Yeah.
So all right, and then 30 is Philadelphia. We had them taking Robinson, the running back,
Yeah.
at 10. So where do you think they go with this pick?
They're probably going to go linebacker or edge rusher.
I think they go edge rusher. You can never have too many pass rushers.
Right.
You know.
Because you still got Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham coming back, but I mean, they're on their last leg, kind of.
Um the next two that I kind of see that I'm looking at, one from USC, uh Tulupatutu. I can't.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's 6'4", 290. Pretty explosive from what I've heard. And then you got this. I'm not even going to butcher this guy's name. Out of this guy, this edge out of Northwestern, freaky athlete, 4.49 in the 40, and he's the fastest ever for a player that's 280 plus. That's the fastest time ever. So I could see them going with him. You know, you want that speed on the edge.
Yeah, team does.
So, and then last, no, not least, 31 would be Kansas City. What do you think they could use?
I mean, they're set on wide receiver, set on tight end. They're set with running back. I don't know. I really don't know. I think they're set on offense.
I don't think they go offense.
I don't think they do either because I think they're pretty solid on offense. I think it's going to be most likely on the defensive line side, or
That's what I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go on the edge. I think uh I think they get that guy at USC.
okay,
There's gonna be a lot of edges going in the first round because this with all these great quarterbacks on all these good teams, you need pass rushers, and there's a
yeah,
lot of them coming into the draft this year.
yeah, we
So
get all offense in first round. Top of the draft. Then once it hits like that 16 and slide, it's like we all got defense.
yeah, so should be interesting. Um, should be a good draft, bro. So
It's always an interesting one.
yeah, 7 days away, 1 week from today.
I don't think the draft starts until the third pick.
Yeah, well, I got work early in the morning, but I'll be off in time for when the draft starts. So we'll be having a live draft reaction on YouTube. So
Yeah, we'll have to get it up because we still need certain subscribe. We need so many subscribers to do live. Like we need 50. We're at 13 right now.
yeah,
So yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
we'll get there.
Yep, we're slowly getting there.
Everybody, like and subscribe, and
Yep,
we'll be back here with another episode.
pretty soon. Yeah,
Yeah.
within
Do you want to get one before the draft, or do you just want to wait until the draft?
I don't know. We'll talk about that more later on. We'll
All
figure
right.
it out.
Sounds like a plan.
And then we got some other big things trying to start happening with somebody else that we've been talking to. So we'll see if that can go through pretty soon.
Definitely, bro.
For sure.
Well, all right. Well,
All right. I'm going to holler at you until next time.
all right. Till next time.
All right, bro.
Later.
All right.